Hello everyone, and welcome back once again to Quicks14Blog, Quicks14's blog. Once again, we're hitting WoW like I promised you all. And I actually did make it to level 65 yesterday despite some up and down time fighting with YouTube with yesterday's video blog posts. For some reason, I don't know if it was YouTube, my browser, or combination of both and wireless or whatever, it was not uploading correctly, but I got it done, got it uploaded. So if you missed part 1 and part 3, because I know they didn't get uploaded till about mid-afternoon yesterday from the original posting, they are up now, so you can definitely catch those as well. And my apologies for that. Excuse me, again, my apologies if I cough or clear my throat throughout here. Again, I'm still getting over this cold. It's going to be a while before the coughing goes away, unfortunately. It's just the way it works. Let me talk about what you see in front of you. I am level 64, and I've pretty much finished Hellfire Peninsula for the most part, at least all the quests I want to do. So I've moved on to the first area that I've gotten a quest for, and that's Zengro Marsh. And this is the little, well, I guess, Druid outpost, Cenarian outpost here that you'll find right at the entrance as you saw me riding in. And I'm just picking up quest after quest after quest here. And this is by no means going to stop. I'm actually going to get some more. You'll probably, I believe, see in part 2 of our video here today of me going to the actual Alliance post, and there's a whole bunch more quests to gather there. So, needless to say, tons of quests here. I still have a lot and plenty. You'll see by the end of part 3 that I still have tons of quests to do here, and I already hit level 65. I wasn't sure if I was going to quite make it last night. I was getting tired, and I knew I had to go to bed, but I managed to go ahead and finish it up, and of course you'll see that all in part 3. So we picked up our first quest here. And one of the first ones is actually the start of a repeatable quest. I'd suggest you always at least do the first part of a repeatable quest, because it'll always give you experience on that first time. And this is for unidentified plant parts, or something of that nature. Now you can find these on the auction house. They're not cheap, but it's not hard to find them at all. Just kill pretty much anything in Zengro Marsh. We'll pretty much have a good chance of dropping. And you probably saw that on my map, on my quest helper there. And pretty much anything will drop it. So that's pretty much what I'm doing here, just going through some of the nearby wildlife and giving them a good whacking to get some parts, and continuing to do that here. I like Zengro Marsh so far. It's been a real nice experience. It's definitely a big change in scenery from Hellfire Peninsula, as you can tell. It is a marsh. It's probably one of the few areas of Outland that's still intact for those who care about the lore. So it's kind of nice to see. And it's inhabited mostly by the Draenei, the outcast Draenei, and Naga. So keep that in mind. This is the first elite that I needed to fight for quests. You're going to find quite a bit of quests here that are going to require you to fight elite bosses. Most of them are not too big of a deal. This one was definitely the easiest out of all of them. First of all, obviously he's a lot lower level than me. I believe he was a 60 elite, and he took a little doing, a little while, obviously, but he came down without a fight. I must say I've been getting much better at my oh Lord Almighty, I forgot the name of the heal now. Life Bloom, there it is. Getting very much at it, and you'll see that later on. Didn't have much of a problem here. Didn't even have to worry about using a mana pot or Nerverate, which was really nice. His main attack there is, as you can see. Otherwise, he's nearly not a big issue. Just keep healed. He does hit pretty hard, and kick the snot out of him, and he'll go down pretty quickly. I mean, if you're DPS, you're not going to have a problem with this guy at all. You'll probably kill him within seconds. Excuse me. So that's the first elite I took down. It was definitely not the last. I did have a few problems with the later elites, especially some of the Naga ones, which you'll see later on. I managed to down most of them, and with the help of my kitten, managed to take down another one. So we moved on to another quest here. These are some like outcast Draenei, a little tribe here, and you get a quest here. You need to kill a certain amount of. It's a simple killing quest. You need to kill a certain amount of each type. Some seers, some oracles, some witch doctors, and of course the main guy. The main guy is not an elite, so you don't have to worry about that. A rarity as it's becoming now, because it seems a lot more that these bosses are becoming elite, and the reason for that is we're getting much better gear here. We can actually take them on It just keeps ramping up. I believe in Outland you're going to be dealing with a lot, or not Outland, sorry. With Northrend you're going to be dealing with a lot of elites, so get used to it. It's good practice now. Yeah, my kitten is my lovely fiance Alex. For those keeping track of her, she is in Northrend now. She has hit I believe 70. She's almost 71. She's very close, and she's out in XP. She'll probably be 71, definitely by the end of when I get all these blog posts. So here I am, up at the hut. These are the Witch Doctors. Only thing to note about the Witch Doctors, they do like to put some totems down. You saw it go down pretty fast because of my thorns. He does like to do a Curse of Shrink. Other than that, he's not a big deal. The Oracles are probably the ones to watch. They do have at least one healing wave they like to throw off, and all of them like to run. So here's the main guy. Again, he's not elite. He goes down really, really fast. He does do a healing totem. He does hurt a little bit, but as you can see, not a problem. You're not going to have an issue here. And if excuse me, and if you are around my level by the time you come out here, these guys you're not going to have an issue with at all. So I came back to the middle of the camp, and there is an escort quest here. Now, for those of you like me who have dealt with escort quests back in the classic WoW, World of Warcraft, outside of Outland, you're going to be so happy. This is the first escort quest I've had in Outland, and I must say I love it. It's so much better. This guy not only is a druid, obviously, can definitely take care of himself. He has hit points for it. There's at least 2 or 3 scripted spawns here. This is the first one you're seeing, and as you can see, I never had to heal him ever. I usually kept aggro on most things just to be sure, but in all honesty, you shouldn't have too much trouble with this at all. If you've done any of the past escort quests, you're going to be right at home here. Well, actually, it'll be right at home because it's not that hard. Let me point that out. There's only 2 scripted instances for spawns. Her mob aggro rate of wandering mobs nearby is actually quite low unless they're directly in her way, like you saw there with that Death Knight. So just be aware of that. She's quite smart. She does very well on her spells and everything. And I did a hurricane that you'll see, and she actually backs off, which is quite nice. After the second spawn right here, she goes ahead and we move on. And after the bridge closest, or one of the few bridges closest to there, she'll stop. She'll say thank you. I can see it in sight now, and the quest will be over. A very nice change from the old escort quest that you find in classic World of Warcraft, which is great. It's so much easier. I really look forward to doing more escort quests, honestly. I'm very, very happy with this escort quest in Outland, because I was gritting my teeth when I saw this. I was like, I don't know. But I did it anyway, and I'm glad I did. It's definitely not one to pass up, so don't dare pass it up. So anyway, we switch over here, and I'm on my way and through the lake here in the middle, and I do discover this object that they want me to check, and this will start a whole big quest line with those pumps, basically, is what they are. So we go ahead and continue on to this other quest, which is Naga Claws. You're going to need about 30 of these, which sounds like a lot, but there's Naga everywhere, especially over by this lake, and they're going to dump them left and right. As you can see here, I'm starting to take a little more on than I can chew. I actually do quite well. I don't panic. I stay calm, and I do fine. I don't even have to use a mana potion or a nerve rate, I do believe. Some notes of interest about these Naga. The Naga slavers do like to call some of these Draenei slaves that are nearby to their aid. If you kill the actual Naga, the slaver will disappear. Very, very similar to the other one that we had in Hellfire Peninsula. The sorceresses, the main thing you got to worry about these sorceresses is their little ice storm here that you can see. It's like a little ice block or ice chains or something like that. It hurts more than anything. I mean, it does keep you immobilized for a little while, but it really hurts more than anything. The last thing you saw there was a little sentry water elemental. They're around. They will call for help. They go down really easy. Otherwise, they're not really an issue. And you can see here I've gotten much, much better at Life Bloom, taking on everything. We do have an extra slave drudge or whatever over here. He's not a pet for anything, so he is going to have to die. They go down pretty easy too. Really, these Naga aren't that hard over here. You just need to be aware that there's a lot of them, and be aware for ads. Just if you do get quite a bit, stay calm, stay easy. You'll see this happens to me quite a bit. And That ice block is probably your biggest worry, especially if you have multiple sorceresses, and of course later on there's an elite sorceress who uses it a lot and it really hurts. So that's pretty much it for part 1. Part 2 we'll continue on finishing off these Naga and getting some more up, and so we'll see you in part 2.